What's up, guys? It's Gothic aka Sam, and today we are continuing on our Asakawa adventure, and hopefully, maybe today we'll finish the PBG route. I handed her the note and sat in silence as she read. It's a little unsettling, but I don't think you should worry about it. No? I shivered and drew the blankets closer around myself. This is a guy, assuming it's a guy, who's afraid of revealing himself to you, and he apparently won't even talk to you. Do you really think he's gonna do something?
I don't know.
But it's scary. Do you think I should tell someone? I don't know. Asakawa doesn't have a great track record with dealing with these kind of situations. What do you mean? Let's just say I knew someone who got a little intense about another person, and that person told the staff that was happening and they almost got no response. The crazy behavior was allowed to continue and the students were let to sort it out of themselves. When the student again turned to the staff talking about how they felt in danger, the staff told them it was the student's responsibility to police their own behavior. That's awful. It's not something we talk about a lot. Asakawa is a really nice place, obviously. You know this by now. But they do a lot of things in an effort to save face, so families will keep sending their students someplace as expensive as this. That unfortunately includes sweeping a lot of incidents under the rug. Hey, don't worry, things were much worse in the past. Nowadays they've gotten a lot better because the students here behave more like people. But I am saying that. I wouldn't tell the teachers unless there was an actual threat. You don't want to suddenly get out of the academy because you were trying to cause trouble. And like I said, I don't think anything's going to happen. If it does, I'll be here to protect you. Mai held up an arm and flexed it.
Yeah.
I know it seems like a joke, but volleyball has really made my arm strong. I could definitely take someone out. She grinned brightly at me and I smiled. Thanks, Mai. Anyways, it's late. We should go to sleep. Yeah. She glanced at the door again and crossed over and locked it. Can't be too safe. I have to protect my beloved Hana. She shut off the lights and crawled into bed. My bed creaked and wiggled with Mai's movements, and I tried to convince myself that what she said was true. But try as hard as I could, my mind didn't ease. As strong as Mai was, she was still just a girl. I didn't want to admit it, but men were taller, stronger, faster than women were, and we had no idea who this guy was. If he was someone as tall as PBG, someone who worked out just as much, or was also part of a sports team, or just heavier than Mai, it would take pinning her on the floor. She wouldn't be able to defend anyone. My heart started beating faster and I shook my head. Maybe there was no point to these thoughts. None at all. Still. I usually tossed and turned before going back to bed, but I found myself staring at the door as I tucked myself in, facing it as I closed my eyes. Just go to sleep, Hana. Worry about this tomorrow. I'm scared. I barely slept that night. It seemed like full days passed before Mai woke up and I started getting ready for school. Now that I was back in the classroom, I alternated between periods of absolute panic-ridden paranoia and falling asleep at my desk. As I stared ahead of me, my vision sliding in and out of focus.
Hey.
Hana. Oh, PBG, what brings you here? School. Fancy that. Are you okay? You seem a little off today. What makes you say that? It's lunchtime and you're still sitting at your desk. Mai gave up and left you behind. What? How could she? So what's bothering you? I didn't want to drag PBGis into this, did I? I didn't sleep well. He frowned at me and laid a hand on my arm. Hana, it seems like something's really bothering you. It's okay. I'd like you to trust me. I want to help you. Will you tell me the truth? Could I tell PBG the truth? The note told me to stay away from the Normal Boots guy and any other guy I was getting close to. If that person was violent, that could be putting PBG in danger by telling him. Should I really tell the truth? Yes. Tell him. Well, I explained to him what was happening with the notes, how they started, stopped, and now how they were getting creepily insistent. PBG's face grew darker as I went on. Finally, I finished with last night's incident and how I was too scared to sleep. Hana, you should report this.
No.
No, that's okay. Mai already told me that reporting it wouldn't work, and even if she didn't tell me, I had plenty of prior experience at my old school to show that reporting things generally only made it worse. I can handle this on my own, so you don't need to worry. I smiled brightly at him, but his expression didn't change. I don't want to be a burden on you. If you worry, I'll feel bad, so don't worry, okay? I'm telling you not to worry. Fine, I'll listen to you, but if I do, will you do me a favor too? Maybe. Do you want to go to the movies tonight? I was going to ask you anyways, but now it seems a good way to get your mind off things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Great, I'll pick you up later tonight then.
Hey, yo.
Hana, you're alive. Mai entered the room balancing a tray in either hand. PBG got up and grabbed one from her. Thanks. I brought your food to you since you apparently weren't on this planet, but she glanced from me to PBG and smirked. Bet you're feeling better now.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. If you want food, you better get a move on. They've almost run out of pizza and they ordered out this time. What? No! PBG sprinted from the room and I laughed. You really are feeling better now. Yeah, I guess I am. So we were going to the movies, but he didn't give me a time. What would we see? Oh God, no! PBG and I bought tickets to see the hot new romantic comedy of the year, Trouble in Paradise. We settled into the seats, a giant, ridiculously overpriced barrel of popcorn in hand. First, the movie was going well. There was a clumsy female lead, the stubborn alpha male lead. Then the movie took a turn for the creepy. By the time PBG was howling and the female lead had lost 2 limbs, it was apparent we'd fallen for false advertising. This was a horror movie, not a rom-com, and considering someone was stalking the female lead, it hit a little too close to home. I grabbed PBG's hand and patted it, hoping to calm him down. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine now. At least it wasn't... The color drained from his face. I glanced at the screen. The male lead jumped into the ocean and was swimming towards a boat maybe a mile away. Oh no. PBG, what's wrong? He didn't respond. His eyes were glued to the screen. No. PBG, what? I jumped. There was a splash and a shriek. A shark grabbed onto the man's leg and pulled him under the water. I turned back to PBG, whose mouth was frozen. Who was frozen, mouth open. He flung himself out of his chair, tears streaming down his face, and sprinted up the aisle and out of the theater. There was a small smattering of applause, people who were evidently glad he left. I bowed my head in apology as I fled the theater, avoiding angry looks of the other patrons. I found PBG leaning against a pillar outside, head pressed against the cool stone.
Hey.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I never knew you were so afraid of sharks. Yeah, I don't get it either. He stood there breathing deeply, looking perfectly sick. Hey, do you want some cotton candy? Cotton candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy it for you, my treat. Okay, I could go for some cotton candy. We headed back to the train station, PBG munching happily on his pink cotton candy. He looked way better now. I wasn't sure why sharks made him so scared or why he looked on the verge of death, but he was better. You can really scream, can't you? I didn't mean to. You don't think the other people were bothered by it, do you? No, it's a scary movie after all. I'm sure they expected it. You probably added to the excitement. PBG finished up his cotton candy, licking his fingers happily. I laughed. You know, I'm really glad you were scared enough to run out of the theater. I really didn't like that movie. No? No, I wanted to take something to take my mind off things, but that... I'm glad you were scared because I get to focus on you instead. I'm not sure how I helped, but I'm glad I did. We headed back up to the dorms. PBG fell silent. It was oddly familiar, and soon I remembered this exact same thing happening on the night he brought me my game. He stopped in front of Primrose House. Hana, Wait, you don't think that guy's coming back tonight, do you? I let out a breath I didn't even know I was holding, feeling disappointed for some reason. I don't know. Please, be safe, please. And text me if anything happens. You still have my number, right? No. Oh, here. PBG pulled out his phone. Give me yours. I listed my number slowly for him, feeling my face heat up. For some reason, my heart was beating really hard now.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll send you a text. My phone vibrated in my pocket. When I pulled it out, saw an emoji of a cookie and a shark. I giggled. Got it. Thanks. Good. Text me if you need anything. Anything at all. I mean it. It'll be better if you text me because I'm just going to be worried all night anyways. Okay, I will. And it won't inconvenience me at all. Got it? Okay, I'll text you. Great, now get inside. It's cold. He ushered me up the front steps and held the door open for me. I curtsied to him. Thanks again, my dear knight. Anything for you, my lady. I giggled as he let the door close. When I got to the staircase, I turned. PBG waved at me through the glass. I waved back. When I spent time with PBG, I felt relaxed. I wasn't worried about what was going to happen or how I might mess up or what someone would think. I just wanted to talk to him, to be around him, to spend time with him. It was fun with him. And now that he was gone, I missed him. Sighing, I headed off to bed. The tournament was coming up soon. I needed my rest. I shot awake with a jolt. Wait, hadn't this happened before? I know, I think it's the... Laughter filled the hall, and then running footsteps sounded again, fading away into the distance. Chills ran down my spine. The bed wiggled and squeaked, and Mai padded softly over to the door. Yep, another note. Mai read the note and then handed it to me without saying anything. Dearest Hana, I've seen you hanging around with those other men, the normal boots men. I cannot abide it any longer. Please stop hanging around with them. It's tearing me apart, Hana. Any more of this and I might lose my mind. Yours ever, The Admirer. My heart stopped. This person sounded like they were really upset. What if something happened? Text me if anything happens. I grabbed my phone and frantically pulled up PBG's number. They came again. They left a threat this time. Seconds later, my phone vibrated. I'm coming. What? He was coming? No, you don't need to come. I sat and stared at my phone, waiting for a response, but nothing came. I glanced at Mai, who was climbing up into her bed again. I think PBG is coming. He was here already? I opened the door. PBG stood there, disheveled and panting. You okay? You're not hurt? I didn't see anyone out there. No, I'm fine. PBG pulled me against him. He was hot and slightly damp, clearly having sprinted over from Bluebell House. Thank goodness. The person came and left this note. They hit our door again, but this time they laughed, like they were having fun. I pulled away from PBG and ran to get the note. As he read it, he frowned. I really don't like this. He handed it back to me and nodded as if he had decided something. Hana, I'll be there for you to protect you no matter what. You don't need to be afraid of this guy, because I'm going to protect you. So feel free to how you just want to decide to deal with the situation. I know it's difficult for you. I'll support you no matter what. Thank you. I don't know what I want to do yet. Can I have some more time to think? Of course, anything. Thank you for coming all the way over here. I feel much better now. I'm sorry I woke you up. It's fine. I wasn't sleeping well anyways, so the jog probably did me some good. I nodded. PBG stood there smiling. Well, you can go back now. Oh, right. Can't really stick around the girls' dorm, can I? He smiled, but his tone seemed worried. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Okay, be sure to lock the door after I leave, okay? Okay. Text me again if there are any problems. I will. And draw your curtain shut. You don't want people looking in from the outside. We're on the 3rd floor. Don't worry about me. Go to sleep. Okay, I'm leaving. I gave him a quick hug. Thanks, PBG. Yeah, no problem. I shut and locked the door behind him as promised, then crawled into bed. As I pulled Mr. Bunny to my chest, Mai snickered from her bunk. You got something to say? No, I'm not saying anything. She snickered again. The bed shifted as she turned over and settled to sleep. I was glad PBG came. I felt much safer knowing he was looking out for me. I shifted groggily awake the next morning. Well, before my alarm was supposed to go off. So early, in fact, that it was still dark out. I stretched my neck, which stiffened in the night, and came back to the question that was sitting in the back of my mind the entire time I was trying to sleep. What should I do now? PBG said he had my back, and I knew Mai did too, but with those two supporting me, I finally felt like I could handle things. But should I tell a teacher, handle it myself? I didn't even know who was doing this. Something wasn't adding up. My thoughts ran back to last night, PBG pulling me against him. Thank goodness. Why was I thinking about that now? I had better things to do. You're a true main character, Hana. Ooh, boy, this is great. You're as dense as a brick. Oh, sometimes I just want to strangle you. And why? Wait. I flicked on the light and pulled open my drawer, digging until I found all the secret admirer notes I had. I laid them out on the floor in front of me, glancing from one to the next. That's it. That's what was wrong with them the whole time. It was making them. That's what was making them awkward. That's why I didn't like them. They weren't written like the person loved me at all. Not even the crazy, obsessive, watch you while you sleep because I'm a vampire kind of love. Twilight reference, though. They were written like someone trying to replicate what love looked like. Not to mention they were hitting at staying away from Normblood's club. Maybe I wasn't so afraid of this secret admirer after all. A thud slammed into the door, and I was on my feet in a flash. I pulled it open, hoping to catch a glance of the secret admirer in the act. But as I stepped into the hallway, my foot landed on something soft. Something soft, squishy, and warm. I looked down. I slammed my hand against my old mouth and lifted my foot back into the air.
What?
I love the drawn-on eyes, though. They're so great. PBG? He was snoring quietly on the floor, sprawling out against the entrance to my room. I knelt beside him, prodding him frantically. PBG, you have to go before someone sees you. Had he been here all night, standing watch at my door? You need to go, you'll get caught. He didn't say anything. He barely even seemed to register that I was there. I waved a hand in front of his face, and his eyes didn't track it. Fake eyes again? Still sleeping? PBG grabbed my wrist and pulled me to the ground next to him, snuggling up to me like I was a body pillow. PBG? He sighed in response, then threw one of his long legs over my lower body. I was pinned up against him, centimeters from his face. His sleeping face. What a cute face. I smiled. In his sleep, he looked so tender, open. It made me want to kiss him. Wait. It made me want to do what? PBG, wake up. With that cry, I threw my arm back and punched him hard in the stomach. He clutched his stomach and rolled off me. I stood and adjusted my PJs as if nothing had happened. What was that? I'm sorry, but you need to go. What? Why? Because you just do, that's why. I stood there with my arms crossed, face aflame. After looking at me for a bit, PBG seemed to realize where he was. Oh, oops. Sorry, Hana, you weren't supposed to know I was here. Were you here all night? Well, it wasn't all night, I sighed. You didn't need to do that, you know. I wouldn't have been able to sleep if I didn't know whether you were safe. You didn't sleep anyways. Exactly. I smacked my face. Just go. Okay. He started off down the hall, but halfway down he paused and turned. Hana? This might sound weird, but I had a dream that we were cuddling on the floor here. That was just a dream, right? Oh god, no. Hana, I'm sorry. Just forget that happened. He turned and sprinted off down the hallway. I stepped back into my room. It was finally light out, but I was already tired enough to go back to sleep. No, I can't. I smacked my face with my hands, waking myself up. I have an admirer to catch. There was a rustle from Mai's bunk, followed by a thick yawn. You go, girl. She raised a fist feebly into the air, then let it drop and turned over again. In seconds, she was back asleep. As soon as the bell rang, I was on my feet and over to PBG's desk. It wasn't... I want to catch him. I would never make you uncomfortable... Wait, what? I want to catch who's ever been writing the notes. I'm sick and tired of hiding, but I'm also really scared. I don't think I can do it alone. Would you be willing to help me? His chest swelled, and he jabbed a thumb in himself. Yeah. Of course, leave it to me. Thank you. You should know by now. If you ever need my help with anything, I'll come running. I'll definitely protect you with everything I've got. But, how are we going to do this? I wiped my eyes and grinned. I have a plan. Hana, you look kind of scary right now. Don't worry, you'll be safe. But let's go somewhere else to discuss it. The walls might have ears. I've never seen a wall with ears. Forget it. Just come with me. Alright, and that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, please leave a like, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!